we could do a performance of how we're doing things right. I do have to throw a question in there asking, and actually before I ask the question, okay, let me ask the question. Are we being creative enough about how we could collaborate more intentionally, as different entities from different perspectives? And, what are we missing as a continent? Because there are things that are not happening. We're running into each other in other places where they're willing to bring us and they value our sound and they value us more than we value ourselves. So is there more creativity? Is there creativity that's missing in the way that we could collaborate and the way that we're engaging? And before I let them answer that question, I do want to say there are, my optimism levels are very high because, Jigs, myself as Out Black with the whole crew of Out Black and the producers that are behind it, with Paulo Chabanga and the X-Hub in Mozambique, we're really trying to not just meet at conferences and talk about and have these same conversations. We're trying to see if we can lock in an intentional artist corridor and incubator that we are working together and we're making sure we're sending artists together. We've got different mandates that we've got things that we're trying to achieve as a collective.
I think across Africa, we need to find a way where we're setting up maybe an organization that's focused on just helping younger talents to get more exposure across the continent and be able to perform on different stages on the continent. And even with someone like her, like everything you said, she loves music. And that's why she's able to do different things across different genres. She's not doing music because she sees it as a way to survive. A lot of the people on the continent that do music do it as a way to get out of poverty. And that's one thing that we need to change. We need to change that narrative because it's affecting the music a whole lot. And that's why we see that you see one or two guys come out from the hood, they make a trendy song, blows up, they're touring the world, and then people are not putting attention on the real artists who are actually taking this thing serious and doing it not just for the money, but because they love it and they learn about it. She says she does jazz. You don't just do jazz music for no reason. You must really love it to do jazz music. So yeah.
I hear you, Drizzle. I think
get there. So I was just hinting there, but now my question would be, what are some of the events, since there's so many people organizing events here, that are helping upcoming artists as well, or giving them a stage to thrive as well in the music? Thank you.
Work, but as festival organizers and producers, we are very much stuck oftentimes in just making happen what we want to make happen, right? So we're very much stuck in fundraising, in technical production sheets, in managing the crews, writing briefs, like just pulling everything together. There's so many loose ends and strings. And for us, especially challenging on a small island like Zanzibar, where there's no technical infrastructure, everything has to be imported, etc. pp. So I feel we get stuck in that, system, and only when we get out of that, when we get to travel to conferences, when we get to see other festivals, we're like, okay, wow, we could also do that. And it's something I think I want to be much more intentional about. And I was actually discussing with our festival director, Jenny Ramadan, that we really have to push hard this year to have a recording space in place. Because we have 30 bands from 15 different African countries come to Zanzibar in February, right? And they get so inspired by each other. It's an eye-opening moment for many musicians to see their fellow musicians from all over the continent, because they usually don't get to see that. But
what is the thing that needs to happen?
So it's about collaboration, not isolation. We need more South-South partnerships. When in a period where there's a lot of disinvestment from the traditional funders, who's got to do it? We have to do it. And how do we do it? My experience has been that there are a lot of gatherings, networks that try and tackle this question on a continental level. And Africa is a huge continent. You can fly across it for hours, and you look out of the window and it's beautiful. We've got this energy and product to share with the world. But how do we coalesce? How do we come together? How do we collaborate? My personal view on this is that we need to look at blocks. And this is not about creating silos, but it's about being practical. So my view is we need a strong Southern African bloc, we need a strong Central Eastern bloc, Western bloc, Northern bloc. Those hubs need to develop themselves. We need to map them. We need to understand who are the principal players, who are the upcoming players in those spaces, so that we are aware of each other. These sessions happen, and how many people knew about Sauti Sau Busara before today? How many people knew about Bizzle's event? How many people knew about Bonj? So it's critical that we have these environments, but I think it is important to be practical. And I'll give you 2 examples of that. So we together with our partners, created the Agora Festival Tour Circuit. So it's a group of 4 festivals that collectively solicit artists within a manageable tour time frame. It meant that we needed to align our dates. So there's obviously the need to work together to achieve that. And we've, over the years, supported an array of touring artists, both regionally and internationally from around the world. But it speaks to a group of festivals within a region. It's a manageable, practical tour circuit. We're not flying artists, all the way across the continent. You spoke about the Arts Incubator Corridor, Saki. So this is a concept that an incubator kind of hub that we're looking to create between Alt Black, X-Hub, and House on Fire. The corridor speaks to a manageable exchange environment. We're next door neighbors, essentially. So it means that the kind of mobility costs there are relatively affordable. There's an appreciation of who you're working with as partners. We understand each other's mandate. There's a trust that is the foundation of that partnership. And I have no doubt that through this network, we're going to grow and develop. So, yeah, collaboration is critical, and I think it needs to be practical. Coming back to the hubs, those hubs need to be mapped. And then the hubs need to interact with each other. So North interacts with East. And we're doing that as Bushfire and Sauti Sau Busara, for example. But we need to kind of professionalize our own bases first. I think, it goes back to basics for me. We need to get the basics right before we're trying to kind of get over to Lagos. I think that'll come with the development of the industry.
A huge network of promoters and event organizers across Africa. It's so difficult. For example, I'll give you an example. If an artist is in Ghana or Nigeria and they see, that their music is doing well in various places across Africa, there's no place that you can reach out to and say, oh, this is an agency that has a network across Africa I can reach out to and say, these are my numbers, this is what is going on, I would love for you guys to help me with the tour. I see now a lot of people are trying to build it now, but we haven't had that in the past where there's a body or a company that has got connections with the promoters across Africa and is able to say, oh, this is this artist from Ghana, his numbers are doing well in South Africa, Zimbabwe, Rwanda, Tanzania. How do we plan a tour across Eastern and Southern Africa for this artist, and how do we map it in a way where we don't have to spend so much money and do it? We see that happening in Europe, where we see different agencies being able to say, okay, look, we see your numbers, how do we plan a tour for you across Europe or across the US, or across Australia, and pre-sell tickets and do these things. No one is really doing that in Africa. And I feel like when we start doing that, we're going to just be things where it's going to be festivals and we'll book who we think our audience will like and we'll grow on till we.
Most definitely. Get a group photo with you guys. Thank you so much. Jig Stone is a festival at Bonj, and she's an artist from right here in South Africa.
The stars are high, take flight, take my hand and hold on tight. We'll fly away. You could tell where I'm going. You're the one that I adore. I below young wrinkle. Make you cheer, I can't lose you. I need you, darling. There's no dance on my life. You wanted to say all the time. You're years away. Be the light in your darkest day. Help you break through the wall to watch you day. I'll take you there. Oh, and we'll go anywhere. We'll go anywhere. When the moment comes, I love your right side to the sky. Go time, no, Gaga, and you get high. Hey, Zulu. When my moment comes, I love your right side to the sky. Go time, no, Gaga, and you get high. Hey, Zulu.
Good evening, everybody. Over here in the corner, another sound's coming from over there, and I'm standing all the way over here. We just wanted to thank you guys. Thank everyone. We've got suppliers here, we've got friends here, we've got artists here, we've got people we want to be artists. All this is a party. We want to celebrate 2025 with the young men and all of you. Thank you so much for your part in it. And then we give you a special round of applause to all the Virgin crew, Virgin Music crew. Put your hands up. Those guys, we're partying with them tonight as well. Very good job for all of you.
you were not a musician, what else would you be?
I would be. I would be. Hey. That makes sense. I'd probably be a business guy, doing something that has to do with business. But hey, I don't know. I don't think. Yes, music has always been part of. You know, I've always thought that if I wasn't playing music, I would be a soccer player, right? I'd be a soccer player. Yeah.
Okay, and then the other question would not use your hands to make music. What would you do? How else would you make music?
I would find a way. I would find a way. Like I don't know how. If we have to, I don't know. I don't know.
Okay.
Find a way.
Who's your most favorite upcoming artist? DJ, can be anybody, anywhere in the world, but would rather keep it African.
Oh, if you're keeping it African, there's a friend of mine called Suffocate.
Okay.
Suffocate SA. Yeah, that's my favorite producer currently.
All right.
Yeah.
And your favorite musical instrument?
It's guitar.
Okay. Let me do a quiz. Do you know who Pat Metheny is?
Pat Metheny.
He's. Do you know the song "Slip Away"?
Slip Away.
It was changed into a house song once upon a time.
If you can sing it.
That you know who Pat Metheny is, right? What do you think about that?
Goat.
Right?
Yeah, I could tell from 1 second of the video that you played.
Yeah.
I could just, okay, I know the song.
Yeah.
So if that's him,
yeah. I would definitely encourage you. My favorite song by him is "Do You Wanna Go There With Me?" I'll play it for you after this. But if you had to do something wonderful with the track, like for instance, I'll give you an example. Another DJ did that with "Slip Away." Which song would you do that with? If you haven't done that already.
I'm afraid of touching those vaults.
But who? Okay, then in that vault, who's the one you'd start with?
Producer?
Any. Doesn't matter. Producer, artist, musician. That you feel like you could do something amazing with 3-step or anything that would blow your mind in recreating that work to your own sound and identity.
Hey, that's an interesting question. I think
Propaganda, make some noise! That's right.
Just go there and just chill. And then I started just listening to the music that they'll be playing, and they'll be playing on my piano. And I'm like, okay, cool, I'd love to play here, you know. And they gave me the opportunity to go and play, and then I went and played, and then, Shakara, it didn't connect like that, right? Because I got there and then people were already on a certain vibe, right? They were already moving to my piano. And then I'm getting there, I'm playing something that feels totally off. It's like, oh, okay, yeah, we're gonna have this, whatever, but we need our thing, right? And I was noticing that I'm from here, but why are people not connecting to this thing that I want to, you know? And I had to listen, I had to sit down and listen and be like, okay, what is moving people? And then I'm like, okay, piano's rocking, this is what's happening. Okay, cool. I need to blend these sounds so that these things make sense, because in my world, this sound that I'm creating for outside is not connecting that much here in my world. So I need something that will connect us here. So it was, I think it was I always say, if this idea was not taken by me, someone else was going to eventually receive it, you know.
Great. And so obviously at a time when we're experiencing things like Amapiano and Bonj going around the world and people really understanding electronic music in an African lens, there's also this idea of what it means to be African, right? And now we're seeing a lot more people who are not just South African or Mozambican or Nigerian or whatever the case may be, but we're seeing blended identities as well. And there's a fear around mixing those sounds. You know, I think that a lot of producers around the time when they were listening to music and saying, I don't know about this.
Someone is writing from a perspective of, someone is writing from a perspective of. So to a great extent, we are teaching each other something, you know. And one thing about, I would just say South African music is the soul that we have. Sing a jive, we can dance, we can do whatever, but there's always this emotional part of the song. You're like, but you're not supposed to be emotional right now, you know. But we find a way to bridge those things and forget and remind ourselves that we are human beings in this happy. Right? And those are the things that I figure out when I go out and be like, oh, okay, there's so much maybe drum and bass in this, but I don't feel alive. You know, I feel like I'm just drifting. I'm just supposed to forget 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here, you know. But when I listen to South African music and then I feel that, oh, tomorrow in the morning there's this song, there's I need to go party to my boko, you know, I need to do this. I heard this song, hey, it spoke to me. So we are already communicating something greater, and I feel like the world needs to hear that, especially in a dance space, right? Because things are communicated different. It's okay for the world to have different perspectives. Different perspectives can survive in one space. It doesn't need to, because right now we're listening to this, we need to stick to this. No, there needs to be someone else who's going to push the envelope and be like, oh, guys, there's this other door, you know, there's this other thing. Right. Now it's fine, you know, but for me, God's Window, the making of God's Window, I just wanted to make honest music. God's Window.
As in multiple gods?
Yes,
Oh,
yes. The gods are from a different world, right? And they interpret what is happening as real as it gets. They'll never lie to you. If they're not happy with you, they're not happy with you. If they're happy with you, they're happy with you. If this is cracked, this is cracked. If this is right. So the honesty in that, that's how I wanted to approach the music, you know, from the cracks. It is inspired by God's Window, that's in Hanskop, the Cliff Edge, right? Deeply inspired by that place. Going there, it's a very beautiful place, right? And I found myself sitting on top of that cliff hill, that cliff, and then watching down, and then as I could see by the water, I could see everything, and I wanted something to represent it. I wanted to make music like that, where we go there, right? If it's spiritual, we go there. If it's fun, let's go there. But I wanted it to feel very authentic and real. And I wanted to make music that speaks to our people, that speaks our story. That is, if you ask me, what is South Africa, and play a song from track 1, and then you're gonna understand the vibes, those different feels. You know, I didn't want to just make one song that is for a club and then let's follow that formula, let's make 5 of those, you know. Let's go do this. No, I didn't want to, and I was like, it's okay to be misunderstood, you know. I'm okay with, we don't get this one, I'll get you on the next one. You know? But for me, I just wanted to have an honest representation of how I feel music should be.
This